Tutorial, and I hope the previous tutorial regarding about CocoaPods installation was helpful. So as I saw the comments, a lot of you are trying to do up a CocoaPods installation directly into the pod file. So for more clarifications, I hope this link would help you guys out. And yeah, let's get right to it. Okay, first off first, this is a Firebase tutorial, in other words to say. You can also name it as an Xcode tutorial. The latest update of Xcode would be 15, so get ready for it. A lot of changes for that. There's Vision OS, and there's also some updates regarding about the Apple Watch. I will bring you through on that one as well. So if you're interested, do stay tuned, subscribe, and my full tutorial will be out soon. Regarding about this one would be the Firebase. As you can see, I've created a project way before ahead. Now you can do authentication, cloud Firestore, Crashlytics if it's read like that. Crashlytics. I assume. Okay. Now we also have performance, cloud messaging, A/B testing, and extensions that we can add in, like translation and so forth. All these built from Google. Okay, original, as you can see, the website is Google, okay, itself. Okay, so first, let's start with the creation of an Xcode project. So let's create a project. Now we're gonna call it, maybe say a Firebase project. Call it Firebase project, just like that. Now the location has to be on the desktop if, let's say, it's easier for you. We can shift it later on back to your savable files, and that's cool with that. So once you create that, it should be out. Give it a minute or two for it to build the files, because they need to do the implementations of the default files in SwiftUI. As you can see, my errors are popping out soon. And with the errors being done, they most probably do some updates. And let's give it a minute. Fast forwarding in some sense. Okay. And the error should be gone. There you go. Okay. And as you can see, we have a default, which is like a sort of like a scroller. Okay. No, sort of like a time inbuilt text, something like that, and sort of this creation, something like that. You also get to see the for each items. That's something in my for each tutorial. Now once this is done, it's fine, it's cool, so we close that. Okay, now let's take a look at my manual down here. As you can see, steps 1, first check your pod version, okay, by using the pod version checked. Okay, now if you have your CocoaPods installed, that's great. If you did not, please check out my tutorial regarding about how to install CocoaPods. I'm not going to do that again, so I'm going to do it here directly in Spotlight, Terminal, and as you can see, my terminal is out. Now, next, you need to locate your project file, which is the Firebase project. So let's do cd desktop, and then cd Firebase project, and enter. Okay, another way to do it is, another way to do it is directly adding slash in between. So if I do this, I copy this, I go back, I close my terminal, I reopen my terminal again, and I put this in, it directly goes to my Firebase project. Okay, because adding slash is sort of like a file folder locator. So if you have multiple files, for example, you have a download file, and that download file has a JavaScript file, and that JavaScript file you want to locate the HTML file, now you can do this, just like that. Easy pie, okay, in the terminal base. Now once this is done, you need to create a pod file, okay, just like down here, okay. Now in the past, we normally use another way to create a pod file, but this time it's an upgrade, okay. We use touch pod file. So we go back here, we type touch pod file, just like that. Okay, now you want to double check on that one. As you can open and see, you got a pod file down here, okay, just right there. Now once this is done, it's not done yet. Okay, once it's done, you gotta now open a pod file. Now take note, you have to open it via Xcode. You do not want to open it as a written script. That might cause some damage to the file itself, or it might not be placed in. So what you need to do is you need to go back again. Oopsie. Open a dash. What was it? Oopsie. Open a Xcode pod file. Okay. So open a dash Xcode pod file. Oopsie. What went wrong? Oh, I did not add the space. My bad. Open a dash Xcode pod file. Ooh, that's weird. You see, the pod file should be there. There you go. Okay. Open Xcode pod file. Open Xcode pod file. Oh, see, that's typo error. Open dash a Xcode pod file. Okay, so do take note. Okay, any typo errors, that's it. Okay, now once this is done, you can see now the server itself is under Xcode. Okay, so you're on the right track now. Okay, now going back to pages. Now what do you want to add? You want to add Firebase, right? So just copy this whole set of things. The platform is iOS 11.0. Now you can change that to 11, maybe 15. Currently right now we'll be using 17 soon, so maybe you can copy that. Oopsie, my bad. Copy that, go back in and paste this in. Okay, now Firebase project, do use frameworks, pod, Firebase /core, Firebase /Firestore. Now if you want to add more pods, you can do it here by doing a pod Firebase / whatever you want to add in. Okay, maybe auth, for example. Okay, up to you on this one. Okay, now if you want to change the platform iOS, you can change it to 15. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's just recognizing based on the system itself. Now 11, I think it's the one, so like the minimum, at least, I guess, right now. Okay, so after doing this, make sure you save it. Now for me, I like to use shortcuts, Command S, and there you go. You can see that I save it. In other words, you can also do this. Okay, so up to you. Now once it's done, close it. One more step to go, where you want to make sure that you want to install it, right? So go back to the terminal. Now you need to add pod install. Okay, so go back, pod install, and your dependencies will be fetched, and your stuff will all be in there. Okay, normally it takes quite a while, but I've installed it before, so it should be fine. Okay, again, if you did not check your pod, please check it. Pod -- version. There we go. Your version will be out, which is, you can see, all the way up. Oopsie. All the way up. Sort of like, I think I went overlapped. My bad. Dependencies, pod version. There we go. Library is 2.60. So I have a CocoaPod of 2.60. Okay? Now, once this is done, double check, go back there. Now, at this point, you have now, congrats, you have completed your pod installation. From now on, you need to use an XC workspace, which is inside, okay? And make sure to not lose your, well, stuff along the way, okay? If not, you're gonna get some problems. And only use the XC workspace, okay? XC workspace. This file, okay? Make sure you do that, okay? Any questions? Let me know. Tell me what you want to see, and also what are the stuff you want to see in the tutorials. And I wish you all guys all the best. Happy coding, guys!